I want to give a huge shout out and a thank you to my sponsor, P2 Collectibles, located at 204 East McGalley Road in Muncie and on eBay as well. So next time you're here in Muncie, let us know. Come give us a visit. Hey, what is up, y'all? This is Alex from Plus3 TCG coming at y'all with another deck profile and an explanation for why I have been gone for the past few weeks. Graduate school is fairly difficult. It is taking up a lot more time than my undergrad did as far as work and responsibilities. Outside of my graduate degree, I have a graduate assistantship for a professor, and I am also doing that. So I'm grading / teaching at times, and also trying to maintain my schoolwork. That is neither here nor there. Like I said, we are going to hop right in to a going second variant of Fright for Fluffals, whatever you call them. Imagine that, these things going second. Well, the main strategy for this deck is to go second and then push through all of your opponent's back row and monsters and then attack for game. So, without further ado, let's hop right in. Without Brilliant Fusion, the deck took quite the hit, so we're working with what we got. I don't think much has changed outside of playing Brilliant Fusion and 2 Garnets, so we don't really have that many bricks. We don't have any bricks really anymore. We're just working with what we got. So of course, we're still playing the 3 Fluffal Dog. This is the Stratos, the card that gets you the cards you need. Same thing with Bear. Bear just gets you your Toy Vendor. This gets you any Fluffal or Edgem, Sabers or Fluffal that you need. This you can maximize this. I don't like to. Yeah, you kind of want to see Toy Vendor, but seeing multiple Bear is not as good. You would rather just be something else. So I think playing 2 Bear is good, especially since we're going to be playing a card that works with Toy Vendor. And it's always kind of been the Fluffals. Fluffal Penguin, still playing 2 of this. This card is good at 2. You're not seeing it enough at 1, and 3 is arguably cloggy, but I could see maybe playing 3, but I really like 2. Fluffal Owl, arguably not as necessary, but the fact that you open this and a dead Fluffal, or like a Fluffal that you can't really use, and an Edgit monster, you can still essentially combo off. Maybe not even combo off, just be able to clear your opponent's stuff somewhat with your Fluffal monsters, and this is just another facilitator, another poly essentially. Because it can add a poly, or it can become a poly in that sense. And then 2 Fluffal Wings. You're not really getting as much utility off this, because the only way you're really getting this into the grave is with Foolish Burial or another means of pitching it from your hand. So it's not happening as much like we used to be able to send it with Brilliant Fusion, and we just can't do that as much anymore. Yeah. Moving on though, 3 Edgem Chain, and then 1 Sabers. Playing 3 because we only play 1 of these because it's not as necessary, and you want to be able to see your chain. That's why I play 3, because it is essentially a starter card when you fuse with it, or just when it's sent from hand or field to the grave. It just gets you your Fright card, which is this card right here. 3 Fright Patchwork. Doesn't have to be Patchwork, it's just a Fright card. This is just the card that you're ideally searching for if you don't already have it. Move on from this. And then 3 Foolish Burial Goods. This card just gets you into your Toy Vendors, and it interacts with that very well. That's why we're not maxing out on our Bears, because we're playing 3 Foolish Burial Goods. And then 1 Foolish Burial. This is pretty much just for the wings, so that we can pitch that and then interact with our Toy Vendors that way. Speaking of 3 Toy Vendor, it's not always bad to activate this card, like the pitch effect, because you can pitch a Toy Vendor with a Toy Vendor, and that can work. You can also pitch, if you draw a wings, which happens more often than you would think, even though you only play 2, but it's still pretty good to not only send to grave, but activate its effect and pitch your cards that are pitchable. Yeah, that makes sense. And then 1 Fright for Fusion and 1 Fright for Factory. These are the only fusions. These are only Fright for spells that you need to be playing outside of the, where is that? Where'd they go? Am I tripping? Oh my god, yes I am tripping. Outside of our fiber factories, oh man. And then 2 poly. These all come in handy. And then 1 super poly because they can't respond to it, and if you do draw into it, it's great. If you don't, not too bad. And then a bunch of defensive cards, non-engine stuff. 3 Ash Blossom, just helps out. If you're playing, like this is, I would argue, just kind of a locals deck. If you have like fun locals, you can go ahead and bring this. It's a good going second deck, and you can clear through stuff. Ash covers the most ground. Same thing with Gamma. The only thing with Gamma is you just have to know, I guess, the matchups really, and I think Salamangreat and Strikers are probably the best deck, and I think these handle those decks the best, because Gamma and the Salamangreat matchup can stop like Gazelle, and if you can stop the Gazelle from sending and get it off the field at the same time, unless they open Will, they have no follow-up. So I think this is going to be a spicy tech for the format against Salamangreat. Going second, and then 2 Pankratops and 2 Twin Twister to round off the 40 card main deck. To the extra, 2 Kraken. Nothing has really changed about the Fryfer lineup. I really like playing the ones that I've always played because you don't really need more than that. The rest of the extra deck can just be utilities, but 2 Kraken has pretty much always been standard. 1 Tiger. Some people play 2. I really don't think it's necessary because when you make it, you're using it to clear the board and then try to make Sabertooth so that you can go for game. Same thing with Wolf. You should never be playing more than that because if you make Wolf, you have to be going for game. There's 0 reason to be making a Wolf outside of trying to make some like weird combo with like Beatrice or I don't know, you're trying to make a rank 6. I really don't know why else you would make Wolf outside of just going for game. And then Fryfer Sheep is if you're going first. And then 2 Sabertooth because, like I said, this is a going second deck and you should be trying to OTK them. Shouldn't be trying to maintain board advantage. If you're going second, almost any deck that going second, you should be trying to kill them on your turn. No end phase. Just stop it in main phase 2 if you have to. And the links, Link Kribo, this comes in handy because if you open a hand of like Bear and Wings, you still have combo because it's actually a pretty good one because you get to draw 2 cards and search off of that by just linking away the Wings, sending the Bear, setting the toy vendor, flipping the toy vendor, and then doing the Wings stuff. You all know how that goes. Nightmare Mermaid, Phoenix, and Unicorn. I play these because Phoenix comes up, so does this, but Phoenix comes up a lot more, and this locks you out of your extra deck though. So because the extra deck is fairly flexible, you can just put these 2 in, and then just Mermaid over them so that you have a space down to summon 2. Underclock Taker, so you can really go for game. Just lower all air attack and then push. Mrs. Radiant because most of the deck is Earths and you can get your dog back. I think that's the most relevant thing to try to get back is dog, but you're not ever making this really. It's just there just in case because you have a flexible ass extra deck. Triple Burst Dragon for Sky Strikers. Let's just keep it real. It's for Sky Strikers. And then Borolo Dragon, just in case. You're really not making any of the links except for Link Karibo and maybe some of the spot removal, maybe sometimes under Clock Taker, but the monsters usually aren't on the field long enough for you to worry about making Underclock Taker because you're just popping them with either Tiger or Kraken ideally, so you don't have to worry about a lot of this stuff. But that is the Fluffal deck profile, y'all. It's been a while since I've been on here, and I do miss doing it. I'm just trying to find that sweet spot of time so that I can be a good dad, be a good partner, be a good student, all that good stuff. Be a professional, you know what I mean? Let me know what you think down in the comment section below the deck profile, if you would change any of the ratios, or if you think I am missing any cards that you play. Let me know down in the comment section below, y'all. And this is Alex from +3 TCG signing out.